Hello, and welcome to this edition of WPRP. I'm Neva.
And I'm Mariana. This edition will showcase what our welding program is all about, see what the big idea is about the Ideal Festival, and take a look at certain days that have meanings.
We will also get an inside look on one of our media students' trip to STN and finish off with some safety tips for spring break.
Neva, do you know what our welding students do in class?
No, but I hear Kyle and Edward know something about it. Let's see what they know.
As a part of the many academies provided at PRP, the Engineering Academy is bringing students into the world of welding. The program that's teaching the fundamentals of welding is giving the students in these classes hands-on experience.
Well, what we do is we weld all the processes, MIG, TIG, stick. They'll get to weld a lot of different materials, aluminum, stainless, carbon steel.
Mr. McCoy, the instructor of the welding class, says that this program is not only providing an experience for the students to learn about this career field, but giving the students the opportunity to get involved in the creation of the program.
The students, what I like about PRP is this is a brand new program, so the students are involved with building the booths that you see behind you, all the framework and stuff like that. Students are involved making this program what it is from the start.
The students in these classes think the opportunities that this program brings will lead them closer to having a job after high school.
Opportunity to be here and in engineering is really great. You know, it gives you a skill set that you can have for your whole entire life, more than just, oh, it's another class. It helps you after high school and stuff.
This program will absolutely prepare a student for their future. I've been doing this for 17 years now, and in my experiences, the students that come through here that are motivated, have good work ethic, aren't lazy, they want to work, they come out of here making it at 18 years old, making anywhere between $50,000 and $75,000 their first year out of high school.
As you can see, the program is still expanding to better prepare students for their careers after high school. I'm Pleasure Ridge Park High School correspondent Edward Smith reporting for Our Kids.
What is the Ideal Festival?
Miss Webb students went there for a day, so maybe they can tell us about it.
Today at the Kentucky Center for the Arts, Miss Webb students, along with many other students from around Louisville, have gathered to share their creative thoughts and innovating ideas.
IdeaFest is a really exciting opportunity because students get to hear topics that are presented by their peers, and I think these are the best students we have in the district. Favorite was the presentation by Billy Dunbar. He's a student at Jeffersontown High School. Worked with Ford. They were given a design prompt by their teacher from Ford to create a cup holder for a car, and his whole presentation was about how he used the design process to create and improve upon a cup holder that's actually going to be used in a car by Ford.
You usually start out figuring what's wrong, then you go into thinking how can you fix it, and then you try to fix it.
Taught us how in the workforce or in the school, just in your community, whenever you want to get stuff accomplished, it's okay to have fun. I would go back. It was a great experience. I had a lot of fun. It's pretty moving also.
But we've been able to go about every other year to this event, and it's been amazing. Every time I could see that the students carry forth what they learn in the presentations, they bring it back into the classroom, and their work improves.
Fun facts on fun places to go on spring break. The San Antonio Riverwalk is a verdant oasis of cypress-lined paved paths, arched stone bridges, and lush landscapes. It gently winds through the city center, providing millions of visitors each year with easy access to the city's cultural hotspots, historic sites, and other attractions. Fun for race fans and families, Daytona Beach boasts resorts, attractions, in the Daytona International Speedway and the Motorsports Hall of Fame. Go during the Daytona 500 or Spring Family Beach Break, or any time at all. So Daytona Beach is fun for swimming, surfing, and drive-along opportunities. The city of Savannah inspired visitors with its emerald tree canopy, quaint cobblestone streets, and majestic architecture. Take time to wander off the beaten path and experience the history, beauty, and charm of this beloved coastal city. That's it for this month's fun fact. Hope you all have an amazing spring break.
Did you know that each day of spring break has a meaning behind it?
Really? Each day?
Well, each day of the year, not just the days spring break falls on. Mackenzie is here to tell us what each day means.
On April 2nd in 1513, Juan Ponce de Leon led a European expedition for gold, which eventually brought him to the southeast coast of what would become the United States. He gave Florida its name and went on to become the first governor of Puerto Rico. On April 3rd, Fast and Furious debuted as the top opening day car movie in 2009. The Fast and the Furious is an American franchise based on a series of action films that is largely concerned with illegal street racing. The 2009 film was the best seller in the top car movie. Just after 6 p.m. on April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. is fatally shot while standing on the balcony outside his second-story room at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. The civil rights leader was in Memphis to support a sanitation workers' strike and was on his way to dinner when a bullet struck him in the jaw and collided with his spinal cord. On April 5th, 1984, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scores the 31,420th point of his career, breaking the NBA's all-time scoring record, which had been held by Wilt Chamberlain. On April 6, 1896, the Olympic Games, a long-lost tradition of ancient Greece, are reborn in Athens, 1,500 years after being banned by Roman Empire. At the opening of the Athens game, a crowd of 60,000 spectators welcomed athletes from 13 nations to the international competition.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Edward and our media teachers took a trip to Nashville, Tennessee to compete in STN, or Student Television Network.
At STN, Edward competed in a single competition, and we decided to showcase what he worked on.
What is just steel frames behind me will soon be transformed into a major water park. The project, funded by Ryman Hospitality, is sure to bring excitement to the resort.
I will definitely be bringing my son over here now that they have an expansion on the resort.
The owners of the resort are hoping to bring more of a family aspect. The 217,000 square foot water park includes a live entertainment area, restaurants, and of course, water slides.
We have 5 grandchildren. That would be an attraction for sure.
I'm not here with my family on this trip, but I would definitely come back, and it seems like a very family-friendly hotel and a lot to do, and with the water park, that would be amazing.
The project cost the resort $90 million, but is expected to boost the resort's income by $185 million.
think is very fun. So the fact that they're going to have water slides and all those things, I think is very good for families to come and visit. And this is actually our first time in Nashville, so we're looking forward to enjoying everything the resort has to offer.
Though the staff at the resort could not comment on camera, they tell me they are excited for the potentially positive economic impact it could have. The water park is set to open later this year, and the hotel is definitely ready for it. I'm Edward Smith reporting for the Student Television Network.
Who's ready for spring break next week?
I know I am, and so is our media team.
Faith and Charles bring us some safety tips to make sure we all come back alive, or at least somewhat alive.
Teen tips?
Spring break safety.
Spring break is always a nice vacation from all the stress of school and work.
Wherever you go, make sure to keep in mind all the following safety tips to ensure that your spring break is relaxing and enjoyable.
Take care of yourself. Make sure to bring snacks to the airport if you're traveling so you don't go hungry or have to spend millions of dollars on airport food.
Also, remember to stay hydrated and drink lots of water.
Take pictures. No matter where you go or what you do, remember to take pictures so you can look back in the future for nice and cute memories.
Make smart decisions. It's important to remember there's a fine line between having a good time and behaving in ways from which you can't come back from.
Think twice before you do something crazy in front of a random person with a camera. It's very hard to get things back off the internet.
Be aware of the risks before you reach your destination. Also, don't wander off alone in an unfamiliar area.
Safe travels. Plan a successful trip beforehand and always be thinking about your next move. Don't drink and drive or get in a car that you're not sure is safe or not.
Wear sunscreen. Spring break is a time to relax and chill, so don't let a bad sunburn ruin it for you.
Especially because we're redheads. Spend your money wisely. Budget accordingly. Take a realistic look at your finances to determine how much you can truly spend during spring break.
You can have a great trip and not come back home broke if you use your money reasonably.
Text your parents. If you're going to be away from your parents, make sure they know where you're going to be and that you're still alive and well.
They will be worrying about you and want to know where you're at all times and what you're doing.
We hope you have a nice and safe spring break and that you enjoyed our tips. This is Faith
and Charles for
WPRP.
Well, that is it for our spring break edition of WPRP. I'm Rihanna.
And I'm Neva.
Have a great spring break, PRP.
In 1513, Juan Ponce de Leon led a European expedition for